Okay, so red alert. Next one. Hopefully I'm sat out the way a little bit so you can't see the ugly mug. Just try not to knock the kid's bike over. That's right, this one's got a bit of a dodgy coin mech. I got the coin mechs done when the pound coins first changed, and the guy that done it, to be honest, most of the work's fine. This one's very hitty missy. I think there was two slightly different weights of the new pound coins. It takes one set of them and not the other. So what I need to try and do is just once they've gone in once, just keep recycling them coins, fill that machine, and they should always just go in. Right, here we go, see how we get on. So I don't know if you remember this, or you've seen this. Features up the side, nudges up the right side, and it's one where you jump across between to work your way, sneak your way up pretty much. And it's numbers up to here that get you on, so you need more than 5 to get you on. It's pointless holding the ones and stuff because they're not going to hold like 6 times. Yeah, you want 3s really to hold, or you want mysteries. And I'll be honest, and I'll apologise in advance, I think it's going to be pretty poor, this gameplay. The main feature you're going for, and well, super hold, you can often get these hidden features down here, which are, I'll show you the signs for them. I see that, I can't see one. It's the little blue fire engine light on the top. 3 of them. Get to these. Auto cannon, I think that's fast cash. Crash and burn, goes crash burn, you've got to hit it on the one and it keeps going up. It gets faster every time. Ring of fire, it just goes around like that and you hit it and you stop it on one. Do or die, can't remember. Fireman's lift is the one that everyone wants and is the basically guaranteed jackpot pretty much. Essentially this reel spins around, you can press cancel to slow it down, and you need to, whatever you hit it on, it steps the corresponding amount to the number. So 11 is what you want. 11 steps is jackpot. So it's 1, 7, 2, 11, bang, and then it's jackpot. You want shooting if you miss that when you've played it a little bit, you know what I mean. It's pretty easy to do. To be honest, Backdraft and Tower Inferno one's to do with this, where you get a different combination of these. I don't tend to take them because as soon as I get the Fireman's Lift, you take that because it's guaranteed jackpot. So it's not very often you go for them. I'll show you when we get on, because you get steps, so you can step down your numbers and it's hide or gamble and then jump across. It's a good machine. It just, when it's not doing much, it can be a bit of a pain. And then it can just fly in, give you 2 or 3 Fireman's Lift in a row. It's that kind of thing. Right, so I hold all of these because I've got the hidden feature blue there, blue light, blue light, blue light. Hold all 3, it's going to put us on there. So it's 1 gamble to get the super hold, which will be one of these. So it's definitely worth doing. So we're on a 2 or an 11, so it's 6 and 2 3s. Right, so we'll take that and see what we get. Sometimes you can slow it down, sometimes you can't. Combination win. 5er, not very good to be honest. Unless it goes again, which it doesn't. Again, bit of a look at the draw. Some of them are better than others. I'll hold that one in case it goes. we'll have that battle of getting these pounds in. It's 10 pence for some reason in the bottom. Yeah, but I've had these machines, oh crikey, for a long time really. When I think back now, I think I probably started getting them in about 2015. That's 9 years ago, isn't it? And I've just amassed them over a period of time, and I've got to the point where every one I've got now I want to keep, bar one possibly, which is one I got for Out, Wildfire, which is an impulse game. It's alright, but it's very much stone dead and then goes on a massive £100 or £125 run, then stone dead. So it's not much of an interesting game. You're basically just sitting trying to force it until it goes, and then once it's gone, you're looking at putting a fortune back through it to get it to go again. It's a little bit boring in that respect. Don't get us wrong, I love that it's an impulse. Which I love all them games, to be honest. Again, similar sort of time, like Grid Runner, if you remember that, Wipeout, yeah, loads like that from that era. Hurricane, I seem to remember, yeah, plenty from that time. But the problem with those machines, and if you're in any way interested in, or you know much about machines, or you've owned them, or you know anyone that owned them, the boards are called epoch boards, and they're basically pretty poor in terms of the batteries just leaked on the boards and killed them. So vast majority of them have probably been scrapped because the boards are knackered, and the boards are expensive to buy now because they're few and far between. There are some really good machines that are on that tech, and I think basically the people that own them have snapped them all the boards up that are available for replacement boards for them, for those machines. And I'm talking like your Simpsons, Blue Simpsons, your Duff Beer Guide, which I've got over there, yeah, Italian Jobs were also popular ones. Yeah, so there's a few like good machines that people like and have collected over time, and the boards have gone there for them. But I've got the Simpsons Beer Guide, and to be honest, I think my epoch board's gone a little bit faulty on it. I took the battery off, cleaned the board up, but you can never be sure you've got all the residue off from previous damage, and it can just continue to leak, well not leak, but continue to manifest into the tracks over time. And now I've got a different combination of lights stuck on in different parts. Normally a telltale sign that there's something wrong with the board. I've got 2 spare boards upstairs with the EPROMs in, with the game cards in, the game chips. So it's not the end of the world if it's knackered, but I'd rather it wasn't. But I've got some friends in the space who, if it's not too bad in the sense that it's still working, they might be able to fix it for us in the future. Yeah, so with that Wildfire one, I got it free. It was on Facebook. It's basically, I'm putting this outside. I've moved into this house. It's here. Doesn't work. I'm putting it outside. If anyone wants it, come and get it. So my mate was shot over the next day. Bizarrely, it wasn't far from us. Based up in the northeast, you can probably tell off my daft accent. More often than not, the machines that you want and I want are nowhere near, so I've got to trek for them for miles or get them couriered, which I've done a few times. But this one was in Durham, so I just went and got that. Funnily enough, it was off the beaten track a little bit. It was up this massive dirt track, and it was like 2 houses at the end, and obviously the machine was outside of one of them. So we got it in my mate's car, and we were driving out. As we were driving out, someone was driving in a state car with all the back down and everything, and he's seen me, and he's seen us, and I don't think he knows who I am or anything like that. But he had a look on him like he realised he was a bit too late. I think he was going for the machine, and we just literally pipped into it by 5 minutes. It was one of them. It's outside. Whoever gets here first can have it. There's the postcode. So yeah, that was the crack with that. But I've done a turn for a lad on one of the Facebook groups that I'm admin on, where there's some clever people on these groups, honestly, I tell you. Sorry, I'm not even playing this machine, I'm just yapping. Some clever people on the groups that have kind of like recreated boards off some of the machines. So perfect example, these machines, one of the processor boards, there's a guy that's redesigned it, basically obviously inspected one and just built a fresh one from scratch with the components, obviously the electronic whiz kid sort of people. And I've done a turn for somebody on one of the power supply boards, one of the boards in one of the power supplies on the epochs I was talking about. There's a Mark 1 version, a Mark 2 version, and for some reason the Mark 2 version, like, no one can find them. They're like hen's teeth. Somehow or other I've amassed like about 3 or 4 from somewhere, and I can't even remember where I got them from, to be honest. I got them in a job lot or something or other. So I said to like, someone was asking on the group I was on if anyone had any, and I just stuck my hand up and said, yeah, I've got one, you can have it. So I sent it down, and this is the sort of community sort of spirit in the place. And I didn't do it for anything back in return. I just sent it because it's a nice thing to do, and he wanted it, and he was building something, or it might have been a friend of his was building something, and he needed one, and I had like 4 or something. Oh, yeah, you just have one, no problem. Sent it down, and then when I got this wildfire machine, I posted in the group that I'm admin of, just asking if anyone had played it, because I hadn't really seen it, to be honest, and I didn't even know if it was any good. And I had a couple of issues with it. Well, obviously that wasn't working when I first got it, but I knew I had 2 spare boards so I could get it working. And then basically, if I got it working and it was no good, I probably just would have scrapped it and kept the board. I would have just salvaged the bits out of it. I only went really to salvage the mini boards out of it, because their machines have got various different boards within them that they need them all to work, to tick. But yeah, the lad had asked what was happening when I booted it up and that sort of thing. Took some photos of the board he asked for, and he said send it down, I'll have a look at it. I sent it down and he fixed it, tickety-boo, sent it back. Again, like, no money exchange in either direction, and I, like I say, I didn't do it to benefit from it in the future. It's just the community sort of, I can help you out, I'll help you out, why not? You know what I mean? We're all in the same game, really. All enthusiasts. This is doing nothing, as expected. I'll hold the bell as well. 3 nudges for £3. So I'll step a 5 to a 10, to one and a 10, 11, brilliant. I think that tells you all you need to know, really. Quite often on machines you get your first gamble, you get your first go, and it doesn't kill you. This thing, it can just rip you straight away if it's not in the mood. Yeah, there's been some crazy stories with some of the machines and how I've come about them and such, like one which is on a par with being my favourite ever machine, which is Caesar's Palace. Again, it's in this cab, but it's a yellow cab. It's just along there. I'll do a video on it, or you'll see them on my channel anyway if you're watching this probably. But I'll do something to do some more videos on them, like I say. Hold on, I'll chat over that. It's getting dicey now. Yeah, the Caesar's Palace, I seen it advertised for, I can't even remember if the lady had put a price on. She was selling it on, I think it was an app called Spock, or Gumtree, yeah, one of the two. Because it was a period in time when I was scouring all of them, when I was hunting for more. Now I don't really look so much because I've got all the ones I want and I ain't got much room. But yeah, I seen it and I hadn't seen one before for sale. I've seen quite a few since, in all honesty, but never mind. But it was like, I think she wanted like 50 quid or something for it. So I just got straight in, said look, I can pay you a deposit now, no problem, bank transfer. I think I even just paid the 50 quid to be honest. But I had to arrange a courier to go and get it because she was like miles away, Kent, or probably as far as you can get from Newcastle where I'm from, more or less, right down on in the bottom of the country. But obviously I wanted it, and to make her know that I wanted it, I was happy just to pay the money straight away and just like, sort of got our details and got the courier. And I think the courier was like 70 quid to pick it up and fetch it up, which was all good. So the courier cost more than the actual machine, but you know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Would have cost me even more to go down and get it. So yeah, the backstory with that was that she'd split up with her husband. I think he'd done the dirty on her, from reading between the lines of her animosity. And she was selling all his stuff, getting what you could. So yeah, not good for him. Not an ideal situation, unfortunately. But if it's any consolation, it's been well looked after and it will be well looked after, and I'm not ever getting rid of it. So, like I say, it's probably my second favourite machine. Only bettered by the Simpsons beer guide, make game machine, those epoch boards that I'm talking about, and hence why I've got spares just to keep it running. I actually went down with a friend to pick that up from Burnley, which is probably 3 hours from where I am. Went down on a Sunday morning and Old Amusements was getting ripped to bits, as sadly has happened to most of them, and they were selling the machines off 50 quid each. Went down and got it back, went on the Sunday, got it back on the Sunday, and on the Monday it didn't work, and it was battery leak on the epoch board. But it was one of the first machines I got. I didn't know about that, didn't know to look, check the battery, that kind of thing, schoolboy error. Yeah, knackered, so that's how that happened. Could take 4 quid there if I wanted, but again, not a lot of point. Step it over, 5 steps to a 10. 9 to a 4 is a 6 and 2. If I could take a punt at stepping this across and collecting, hopefully that stays, which gives you the opportunity to get the 5 and then get across there, but it might go. Let's see. Just bump it one higher. So 4 to an 8 to a 1 to a 9. That was always going to happen, wasn't it? So yeah, I had to source a new board, and then this is where I'm in these Facebook groups now because of this sort of thing, and I ordered a new board of somebody who assured us that it was working, came, that wasn't working. It was like 45 quid or something like that. Battery was knackered on that one as well. No comeback, no contact, you know, the sort of scenario. So that's when I buy stuff now, I'll ask for a video of the machine working, for example, or a video of the board in the machine working, that kind of thing if possible. Don't get us wrong, sometimes you still just have to take a bit of a punt, but through being in these Facebook groups you get to learn who you can trust and sadly who you can not trust so much, which is just one of them. I'm only holding them in case you can get the not for the blues because I'm not going to give you that, but for the boxes, for the quid. But yeah, long story short, got it working eventually, and then because of the carry on I'd had, sourced myself some boards when I've come across them, got some. So I can keep it going in the future. I see it's got a bit of a board fault on it, that Simpsons beer guide now, but it's alright because I still know how to play it. So it's fine and it doesn't really interfere because the bits that are faulty, where the lights are stuck on, are kind of the bits I don't even interact with anyway, really. So I held the 3 to get on here, and it's got the blue one there. There's a blue one there, so I held that as well, hoping to get another one, which is actually fell in. It's there. So if I can get the super hold, which I have, I can have another go at this in the future. See if it gives anything decent. Can't remember what this is. Alright, okay. Oh, shot. 15 quid. That one's so bad, is it? Aye, so it's all good fun. I've got crazy fruits as well. Just to let you know what else I've got. Got that on £10 ROMs, so it plays well on 25 pence ago, £10 jackpot. Maybe 20 pence ago, I can't remember. Something like that. Plays well on that anyway. And I've got Psycho Cash Beast. Again, just another memory from back in the day. I always, on this machine, just leave the jackpot to time out, and the amount of times it repeats. But obviously not this time. I do want to try and get the Fireman's Lift and show you, but the way it's been playing, I'm not so sure that it's going to give us another look in for a while. I don't want to make the videos dead long. And I know I can prattle on a bit, like, so feel free to put the volume off if you want. Next time I do a video on this, I'll put 70 credits in it before I press play. That'll save 5 minutes. I might stick the Simpsons on in a minute and do another video on that. Actually, I'll do that. I'll stick the Simpsons on. Just gonna knock this off.